Hey guys, so today I'm going to be doing a little bit of a tutorial, a little bit of first impressions, a little bit of get ready with me. Today I'm actually going to watch Labyrinth with my friends at the Skirball Center. They're having a Jim Henson exhibit there and it's amazing. I've actually already gone and seen it. They have some outfits from Labyrinth, some props. It's really, really cool. If you live in LA, I really recommend going to it. They have stuff from the Dark Crystal and obviously Muppets and all that. It's really, really cool. And this week I went to a bunch of different brand events. I went to Smashbox, NYX, Moda, and Hourglass, so I have a bunch of new goodies to try out. And I thought since I was gonna do my makeup a little bit funky today, I'm doing Jareth's makeup, I thought I'd try out the new stuff. I haven't done a first impressions in a long time, so let's see how it goes. I'm gonna start off with the NYX Skin Stuff. So I'm gonna try their primer and their new Can't Stop Won't Stop foundation. It says to use, apply evenly over skin and gently tap to set. Alright. Kind of looks like pus coming out of a pimple. I know that sounds super gross, but that's legitimately what this looks like. Oh, it's like super thick. It feels wet going on the skin. Okay, they say tap to set, so it goes on like a super thick paste. Like you can see how thick it is. But then once you blend it into the skin, it feels like wet and really refreshing. And this new foundation line is actually pretty awesome. It's got 45 shades in the range, so it covers a lot of different skin tones, which is pretty great. It feels like it's definitely got something for the foundation to stick onto. Then I was shade matched at the event. Hopefully this actually is a good match for me. This is Warm Vanilla, and it says it's got a 24-hour matte finish. That's what it looks like. I think this is supposed to be full coverage. Definitely applying matte, and it doesn't move too much on the skin. It seems like it dries down pretty quickly. I don't know. Let me take a close look at it. Yeah, it's definitely got a really matte finish, which is kind of the opposite of what I've been going for lately. I've been going for like super dewy editorial skin, but hey, wanted to try this out, so. Yeah, this foundation dries down super fast. Like, you have almost zero blending time with it. I wonder what it's like applying with a brush. Yeah, this has like a very limited working time. That's kind of crazy. I'm gonna need another pump. So, second pump. Let's see. Because like, even if I wanted to just wear one pump on my face and shear it out, like, it dries so fast on the skin that I don't have time to actually apply it, like, and stretch it out to my entire face. Yeah, I'm not going to use the entire second pump. That's like way too much. So like, let's say a pump and a half is a good amount. Unless you want like super intense coverage. I don't know, I think this might be a little pale for me. It's looking a little pale. But we can warm it up with some contour and all that jazz. Alright, that is very matte, as promised. Whoa, what's going on here? So apparently I have some dryness on my nose that I didn't know about. Alright, let me just cover that back up again. So my nose is my biggest problem area, and especially around here. Let me zoom you guys in. And usually on this side, see how it's already creased? Like, I don't know what to do to make foundation not crease right there. Let me try with a brush. I usually have better success when I use a brush. Oh no. That just lifted up the product that was underneath. What the hell? See, look at that. When I apply it with a brush, look at that. It just lifts up the product underneath so you can't like layer it with a brush. That's insane. Okay, let me clean up this mess. I'm gonna go in with some micellar water just to try to, I don't know, clean this up a little bit. And then, that is wild. So I guess, I mean, I can build up the coverage with the Beauty Blender, but if I try going in with a brush, it just lifts That's crazy. I've never seen a foundation do that before. Curious to see how this wears. This is pretty intense coverage. Like you can see just from my under eyes alone, like it did a pretty good job of covering that up. Yeah, I might try to, instead of using concealer, I think I'm gonna spot conceal with more foundation. I don't know if it's that high coverage enough though. And it looks like it's lifting the product. God damn it! You really can't like drag this foundation, except for in a review. Okay, so that was a little weird. Since this is so matte, I'm gonna go in with a Shape Tape for my concealer, just because I think it has similar finish to the foundation. I don't know if I like this foundation. I feel like it's gonna break down really easily once I start sweating. That is something I'm definitely gonna do today because it is hot in LA. Using minimal amounts of concealer, as you can see, because the foundation already has such a high coverage, but it's like my imperfections are still showing through despite the coverage, so it's a little, I don't know. I'm gonna apply some concealer here in my problem areas. I think the foundation is almost wanting to lift right there. Do you see that? Oh, I hate this. I hate it. I hate it. That says shake well. I didn't do that. I don't think that would make much of a difference. I'm gonna apply a tiny bit more just here in this area to try to cover that up a little bit more because the concealer is a little light. It's just lifting everything. Oh, why, NYX? Why? Your foundations are always so good. Like, I literally love their HD foundation and their Total Control Drop Foundation. But I'm having such a hard time with this one. Like, I don't know. Maybe I have to apply it with my fingers? Like, I don't know. Like, this is awful. I'm gonna completely redo this area. Redoing it. The only reason I'm not completely taking this off and going in with a foundation I like is because I want to do a wear test with it. Otherwise, this would have already been gone. Seriously, their other foundations are actually really great. Like, their HD is solid. Their Total Control Drop Foundation, there's a lot of mixed reviews on that one. It works really well for me, and it wears beautifully throughout the day. I wear it a lot when I have, like, long days on set and stuff. Okay, you know what? I'm just gonna leave this alone, and yeah, I'm not gonna touch it anymore because I don't want to have to deal with it. Oh wait, I'm gonna go in with my Kevyn Aucoin concealer to see if that will help, because this concealer is like the bomb. It's basically the same coverage as Shape Tape, but a creamy consistency. It isn't drying. Okay, that concealer actually helped, I think. A little bit. So there's absolutely no powder going on my face whatsoever. Like, no, this foundation is insane. I'm not gonna powder this. Okay, so next I think I'm gonna do a little bit of contouring, and I've got a whole bunch of goodies from Moda brush. Got some brushes that haven't even launched yet. I got this kit that's really, really cute. It comes with a little lip-shaped purse. These are really fluffy paddle brushes. I've never used a paddle brush before in my life. And then these are the ones that I think haven't launched yet. It's an extension of their metallics line. Oh, and there's also something from Bottega Louie here. I'm curious. I'm gonna open it up. Is this food? Have they given me food? Oh, and there's a little heart on the box. Oh my god! It's macaroons! Oh, these smell good. I'm gonna have one right now. Don't mind if I do. So soft. So soft. Thank you so much, Moda. This is really cute and really yummy. I wish all brands gave food in their goodie bags. Am I the only one? Just me? Okay. Let's see which brush I'll use for contouring. This one's a little too dense, more than I like anyway. I usually like really fluffy brushes. This one's a little too small. The one that I actually use from them is this one. It's just a tiny, tiny bit bigger than this one here. This is gonna be perfect for like highlighting, but for contouring, I sometimes use a brush that's tiny like this if I want to do like super precise contouring. If not, I'll usually use a much bigger brush. So let's see, should I try the paddle brush? I've never tried a paddle brush before. Hey, since this is first impressions, let's do it. This is a lot fluffier than normal paddle brushes. They're usually super dense. I mean, not that this one isn't dense, it is. I was told that this one was developed specifically for using with powder, so it's a lot fluffier. So I don't have anything for contour as a first impression, so I'm just gonna go in with my trusty Kokie, still don't know how to pronounce them. I'm gonna go with the cooler tone in here. How do I even... I picked up very little product because this is super dense. I don't want to get like carried away with it. I gotta say, I don't hate it though. It's definitely like a new feeling applying this with like this kind of handle. This feels like I'm using like a hairbrush on my face. Or a toothbrush, just like a giant toothbrush. Whenever I see paddle brushes, that's what I think of, just giant toothbrushes. I'm patting this on because I don't want to move the foundation too much, as I said. Ugh, can't believe this foundation lifts. Okay, this is a little denser. Oh my god, it's bringing out, I can see texture here, and it's like, that's not even a dry spot for me. What the hell is going on? Oh, can you see that? Next, why are you making me look crusty? Remove the excess and then just blend it back. There. I don't like this. Okay, this is a little too dense for what I want. I really like buffing it out. Just gonna go in with the brush I've been using for contour lately. But I will use the Moda brushes for the rest. And now we're gonna do the Jareth makeup, but make it fashion. So now for the eyes, I'm gonna try to incorporate the new Smashbox Cover Shot palettes. I love these little palettes. I have a few from their older launch, and they're just super compact palettes that you can literally fit like in your hand, 8 colors in each of them. Like, these are great. The pigmentation and the formula is always amazing. So I'm excited to try these new ones because they have different finishes. This one is a full glitter palette. I think I'm going to be using the black glitter eyeshadow today to make it a little bit more glam. And then there's new finishes as well that they're kind of like a chunky foil. So I might incorporate this as well, because why not? To prep my eyes, I think I'm going to go in with the ColourPop concealer. And then I will be setting them with one of the light shades from one of the Smashbox palettes. So today there's a lot going on. There's Labyrinth, and then there's also a gallery, an art opening at a gallery that I really wanted to go to, but the movie's at 8:30 and the gallery opens at 7, and they're in like opposite sides of town, so I can't make it to the gallery opening, unfortunately, but I do want to buy a piece or two from that show, so I might have to call in, because I think if I wait for them to be put online, someone will have gotten the piece that I want. Adam and I have really been trying to buy more original art lately instead of buying prints, you know, trying to support artists where we can. So I'm gonna go in with the Minimalist eye palette, and I'm gonna go in with this pale color right here. For this, I'm gonna use this brush right here. I have a similar one in this shape from them, but it's their travel size, so you can see the difference in size. But I love this brush for applying like a big wash of color because it's really dense, but also fluffy at the same time. So if you've never used Smashbox eyeshadows, I find that they have a lot of kickback in the palette, and some of them do have a lot of fallout, but the pigmentation is amazing, the finish, the blendability, everything, so it's not something I really care about. It's like I'm fine with it having kickback and fallout. So this eyeshadow isn't as light as I thought it would be. Thought it would brighten up my eye a tiny bit more. I'm also going to apply it in my under eye since I'm not powdering my under eye. I've been really liking doing this, going with a little bit of eyeshadow, and that's enough to keep my concealer in place. You might be able to see the little cloud of eyeshadow. That's just the kickback. See that? See that? I am packing a lot of product on my brush, so keep that in mind too. I am gonna fill in my brows like his, so I think I'm gonna do that first. Yeah, and I'm pretty sure his brows are just filled in with black. Aw, Angie! I'm looking up references for Jareth's makeup, and Angie, Goldie Starling, popped up, and I'm actually going to the movie with her and some other friends. That's cute. Okay, no, I think his brows are filled with like a brown. Although it changes depending on the scene. Because at one point they use blue in his makeup, I think for the ballroom scene. So I thought about incorporating some blue in mine too. Alright, dark brown, where you at? This palette does have a dark brown, but it's a really warm tone brown, and I don't know. I'm not feeling that. Okay, but to start my brow, because it also goes down and turns into a nose contour, I'm going to use this shade from the palette. It's the color Cruise. His eyebrow is very, very bold. It's definitely a statement. Ooh, this color comes out a little bit darker than I thought. I don't know, maybe I can get away with just using this and darkening it up a little bit. Okay, so I'm concentrating most of the color in the center of my brow and then just bringing it, just with whatever's left on my brush, I'm just bringing it down. I'm eventually going to use a fluffy brush to actually contour my nose with the color. Okay, that's not a bad eyebrow color, actually. Okay, and then it goes straight up. Told you his eyebrows were funky. Okay, and I'm not going to extend it out too much. I think this might be enough color because I'm also going to go in with a brow mascara. So if you've never watched Labyrinth, well, first of all, shame on you. Second of all, you should. It's an absolutely amazing movie. I grew up with it. I loved it. I'd watch it every time it was on TV. And it's just one of the movies that definitely influenced who I am today and the things I like, because I love fantasy. That's my favorite genre, along with sci-fi. I think fantasy still is my favorite, though. This is hard, making them look even. My eyebrows are naturally super uneven, so it's really hard getting them to look the same. And as you can tell, I've got some hairs creeping out here. And now I think I'm going to go in with this brush to do my nose contour. One thing I do wish, though, is that there wasn't so much plastic involved in the packaging, because I don't even know if this type of plastic is recyclable or not. Okay, so with that same color on this brush, just going in very lightly. My God, my foundation has already lifted from my nose. How? Whew, that was a lot. Well, I'm gonna have to blend it out. One thing I like to do with my brushes when I do my nose contour, I just press on one side and that makes them flatter. And so it just helps to control the contour a little bit better. Go a little bit heavier in here. Alright. So next up for my brows, I'm going to go in with the Milk Makeup Kush Brow Mascara. And I've tried their Hydra one, which is the see-through. This one is the color Grind, which is the darkest one they have. So I haven't tried any of the ones with color in them. So I figure I'd try it today, since I'm filling in my brows. Ooh. Trying to get my extra hairs to point up. Might have to trim that hair, actually. Might have to trim these little extra hairs, which I don't mind. I shave off half my brows anyway, so I'm gonna do that real quick. I don't really want to go in with a white eyeshadow like he does, because I think white is a little jarring. I think I'm gonna go in with this bone color, and if it's not light enough, then maybe I'll go in with a white. But for now, let's stick to this bone color. Yeah, I think that's light enough. This is from the Too Faced Chocolate Bonbons palette, by the way. He has super hooded eyes, so you can barely see like if he has anything on his lids. I think it's just the white shadow. And I actually am gonna be wearing a Jareth t-shirt. I just haven't put it on because it is hot as balls. And I'm pretty sure I'm gonna go in with some of the foil shadows just to give this a little bit more oomph. That's cute. But first, ow! Like, why am I like this? I literally... I hurt myself all the time. Okay, I'm gonna go in with the glitter palette, and I think I might use some of the blue on the inside, but I'm gonna go first with a black on the outside. And I don't know how this performs, what type of brush I should use, but I kind of feel like I should use a somewhat flat brush. I'm gonna try this first. Let's hope for the best. Hopefully this glitter stays stuck on. Let me zoom you in. Sorry, you're so far away. Also, my hair's not done. Please ignore it. And I can definitely see the little glitter specks on there, but this probably works better with like a glitter primer underneath. I probably should have done that. But I just wanted to test it out like a normal shadow first. The application doesn't seem too bad. Like the glitter seems to be staying on my eye. I'm gonna bring that and smoke it inwards. Kind of want to add blue to this though, like in the ballroom scene, because it matches his outfit. See, I have way more lid space than he does. His eyebrow is literally directly above his eye. I might add some of the blue on the inside. Wait, let me mix a little bit of the blue. This blue, it's a really pretty blue. I'm gonna mix some in right here. See what happens. Ooh. That does seem very pretty. But now when I open my eye, see, I gotta thicken this so that when I open my eye, it's not weird like that. Wanted this to be a little bit smokier. I go in with a clean blending brush and just kind of smoke those edges out a little bit. I mean, it is a very graphic look. It's not smoky by any means. I just want to see if I can smoke it out a teeny bit. I have actually done a Jareth look before for my friend's birthday party, and it was very much like a closet cosplay. I just grabbed stuff that I had that kind of looked like his clothes and went for it. Definitely gonna try these shadows out with a glitter base in the future. These are some really gorgeous colors that they put in here, so, but they all seem to have silver glitter in them rather than like the corresponding color, which is a little bit weird. Like, I thought that the black one would have black glitter, the blue one would have blue glitter, and so on and so forth, but I guess it's fine. I mean, silver's neutral, so you can't really go wrong with it. I'm gonna darken the outer edge with a black, so it's gonna be like a blue stripe with a black stripe almost, and blend it into the blue. This is some very funky eye makeup. But luckily, it's iconic enough that anyone that sees me like this is gonna think, oh, Labyrinth, okay. And if they don't recognize it, then they're not even worth my time. Alright, now for the under eye, I think I'm gonna go in with the blue as well, just because it's a nice shade. Oh yeah, now I'm seeing all the fallout right here. Yeah, that's alright, we can just brush it off. Next up, I'm going to use one of the foil shades, and this one is Rocket Star. That's an appropriate name. They say use with your finger, not brush, for maximum pigment payoff. And this is like a bluish metallic foil. So I think it's going to go really well with this other blue I've got going on. Oh, that is a gorgeous color and finish. See how like shiny that is? I'm just gonna blend it onto my lid as well. Oh, that's a gorgeous topper. Oh my god. That's such a nice topper, especially on this blue. Oh, this side's gonna be hard. That looks dope. And then I kind of want to use the other foil up here, but it's got like a rose. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. It's got like a pinky gold finish to it. I might apply it with a brush though. Even though I know they say not to, I'm going to use a really dense brush just because I want a really precise application of this. Oh wow. Oh wow. I think I'm in love. Just doing a very shimmery eye today. I'm usually not one for shimmers or glitters or anything. I usually go for all matte everything, but today I'm going super 80s glam because life is short. This is a beautiful eyeshadow though. It's very chunky, but it's just such a unique finish that I don't mind it being chunky and like different from normal eyeshadows. Like I like that with this launch, Smashbox is offering up like new things, you know? It's not just normal eyeshadows and normal palettes that they already offered, just in new colors. Okay, and then I think I am going to go in with a little bit of blue right there. But I wish there was like a... Oh! There's a matte blue. Oh no, it's really light. There's this blue from this other palette, but it's like a teal. So I think I'm going to go in with my Sephora Sailor Kiss eyeshadow. It's just a matte navy blue. I'm just going to use it very lightly because it's also pretty dark. This just kind of ties it all together a little bit. I think they might have used a blue liner in his waterline. I don't want a really royal blue. I think I'm going to go in with this light blue because it'll help open up my eyes as well. This is the Makeup Forever Artist Color Pencil in Unlimited Blue. I was going to use like a light skin colored one, but I think the blue will give a nice touch. Oh my god, I've got like so much glitter in my waterline. Next up is the Hourglass Caution Mascara. It's their new mascara. It says Caution Extreme... says Caution Extreme Lash Mascara. Apparently this is completely smudge proof. They said that 100% of people found that it was smudge proof. And yesterday, because of the heat, I actually did get a little bit of smudging from the Kush mascara because I was just sweating so profusely. I got a little bit of smudging happening here. This is really nice. This is super lengthening. This is pretty. And it's got a really like narrow brush, which I like because you have less chance of getting it on your skin that way. Oh wow, this mascara is really nice. Will this be my new go-to while I'm sweating too much to wear Kush? But look at that. I'm impressed. I also kind of feel like I need a really intense highlighter to kind of match the eye a little bit. And I think one that's about the same color as this chunky one is also from the Bonbons palette. This color right here, you can see it's like a rosy gold. I'm going to use that on a Moda brush, but this is their travel kit. See, it gives off, oh, this one's a little bit more yellow than this one. Ooh, I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to go in with the Milk Makeup Mars highlighter because this is like a duochrome rose gold situation. Yeah, I think that's a little bit better. I think, well, his lips are really neutral. We got some lipsticks here at the NYX event. Slip Tease lip lacquer, and then this one. They don't seem to be the right tone though. His seems to be a more orangey shade. Okay, I had a really hard time picking out a lipstick. I swatched a few on my lips, and his is like an orangey nude type of thing, and it seems to have a bit of shimmer to it, or at least like a sheen. But I want to keep the whole super shiny vibe going. So I'm going to go in with Smashbox Liquid Metal in the color Haterade. And it's a gorgeous color. And I think the orange is a nice contrast with the blue. Oh, this smells like, I don't know, like gummies or something. It smells good. I've just been really enjoying experimenting with makeup that I wouldn't normally wear. Like yesterday I wore a glossy lip. You usually would not catch me dead wearing a gloss. And today I'm going for like super shimmery 80s. That is definitely not my style. But I've just been having a lot of fun just playing with makeup and kind of going back to what got me interested in makeup in the first place, which is the ability to play and do whatever you want. Because after all, you can just wash it off at the end of the day. Cute. Now I feel like I need blusher to go with this to finish off the 80s vibe, or at least bronzer or something. I'm gonna go in with the diffuser brush from Moda. This I think is meant for highlighter because it's very like loose bristles, but I think it'll be good to just like buff out the blush really well. Don't think I have any orange blushes. I have corals, but no oranges. So I'm gonna go in with this Kiko bronzer. Let's see if it's orangey enough. Yeah, not mad at this. This brush is very, like, not sparse, but it is very loose. So it is really good for just buffing things out. And since I'm kind of mixing the contour of the blush and the highlighter together, this is a really good brush for this. And it allows for a more precise application because it's so small. I couldn't even tell you the name of this bronzer if I wanted to because the tag is completely worn out. I think that's the finished look. A very, very glam and shiny version of Jareth. So yeah, let me take a look at the foundation. Okay, I definitely see some like dry skin peeling up off my nose, but I'm gonna see how well this wears. I'll come back tonight when I'm back from the event and tell you how it wore throughout the day and show you how it wore throughout the day so you guys have a better sense of it. But as a first impression, not my favorite. But I'll come back to show you how it wears. So stay tuned. So I'm back. It's been 6 hours now. It's 11:37 p.m. And let me just zoom in so you can see what I'm seeing. So I think that my skin looks like a bag of dicks right now. Like, honestly. I have no more foundation on my nose, like, whatsoever. It started to disintegrate all around my nose, my chin. My eyeshadows, on the other hand, have not even creased. They are bomb. The glitter hasn't moved. I thought that by the end of the day I was gonna have, like, glitter cheeks, but it stayed put, even without a glitter primer, which is super freaking impressive. The mascara withheld through crying. I did cry at the end of the movie when they were all like, "Should you need us?" I shed some tears. Let me darken the image a little bit so you can see the texture a little bit better so you understand what I'm saying. With the brightness down, it's easier to see the texture and the flaws. So, I don't know. I'm not going to say nothing. You just tell me if this is what you want your skin to look like. I took off my lipstick because we had a huge picnic during the movie. But, yeah, just look at this. Look at this here. I'm not as oily as with some other foundations, but at the same time, it's kind of slowly started to disintegrate around the edges. So, NYX, why you do me dirty like this? So yeah, that's that. I might try to use this foundation again, maybe with my fingers, I don't know, with a brush, see if I like it better. I might try to shear it out a little bit, see if that works. So yeah, I think I will try it again, just different application process. Now, with all that being said, I will say that the foundation does photograph beautifully. I'm going to insert a few pictures here that I took throughout the day in natural light, and my skin did look flawless. It looked great. But to me, it's no use looking great in pictures if I look like a train wreck in real life. But it's the thing, you know, with Instagram makeup, it looks really beautiful in pictures, but in person it usually looks super heavy. And I think that this foundation was formulated with the Instagram look in mind, so you might want to keep that in mind. It's definitely not a day-to-day foundation, I don't think. I think it's a foundation that's meant for photography, so it does give that super matte, super smooth look that looks great in photos. It does, I'm not gonna lie. And I also think that it might perform better on oily skin. I have combination skin that tends to be drier than it does oily. It's really only oily on my forehead, and even then, it's after hours and hours and hours. So I imagine that this would work better for someone with oily skin. However, I did moisturize my face really well before I put it on, and I used the primer for it, so I don't know. I am going to try it again. I'm probably going to try it with a different primer, see how that works out. Maybe try it with a more moisturizing primer. So I'm not going to call it horrible just yet, even though I kind of did. I'm still going to try it out again. This is, as I said, first impressions. First time using it. My opinion could completely change. I don't know. I might just have to learn how to use it for my own skin. And also, just because I don't like something does not mean that you're not going to like something. I have things that are my favorite products that my friends hate and vice versa. So what may apply to me might not apply to you. And that's it. I'm going to go to sleep now, I think, because tomorrow there's BeautyCon. So I hope I will see some of you there. I know I'm going to post this after BeautyCon, but anyway, I hope to see some of you there. And that's it. Let me know in the comments if you want to see more videos like this where I do a tutorial but also talk about the product and review it at the same time. I feel like it would be weird for me to just do a product review. Like, I like doing a tutorial as well. I like teaching what I'm doing, so I don't think I'll ever stop doing that. But I think this is a nice little bit of both worlds. So let me know what you think. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye!